Welcome back to Inside the History at Battleship Cove. Today we're going to be looking at the head, aka the bathroom. Everyone has them, everyone needs them. On a ship of over 2,200 people, you have a lot of bathrooms. Just for the mere fact, it's human. This is what we have to take care of. So on board ship you have various heads, as we'll call them from here on out. On board ship, this is the enlisted head for the berthing compartments, and they're scattered throughout the ship. The officers have their own heads, and so do the chiefs. But this one here on Battleship Massachusetts in the lower berthing compartments is a standard head, as you would see it. Now you got to think about it here. There's a lot of fluid moving here in this place. Food coming in, food going out. That's what it is. It's human nature. So you got 2,000 people. You got like 6 berth compartments back here. So you got to think of the hundreds of people coming through here hourly, because the ship never stops. It keeps moving. So as you can see behind us here, we have our commodes. On board here, they're troughs. They're not what you're used to seeing as a porcelain fixture. They're long troughs set up with seats that come down. They use seawater because at sea, you would just pump it over the side. Modern day ships now use what's a combined holding tank until they're out at sea. Then they can pump and dump out at sea there. But when you come close to the coastlines, you'd have to put this directly into a tank. But on board these ships during World War II, seawater constantly flushed through. So you'd have 12 commodes sitting here set up on a trough. Then you have your urinals, because mostly this ship would be male. Not have to worry about females at this stage of the game, because this is Old Navy. Then you'd have your sinks, okay, because you got to shave, present yourself, clean up, and showers. So what you have here inside these troughs, same thing as the sink trough. You got to think there's so many people here. You got to move people. You got to get them in, get out fast, and to clean up afterwards, because there's lots to do on a ship. Cleaning the head is just one of the common things you have to do when cleaning the compartment. Everybody gets their time having to clean up. We all live together. So you'd have an area to shave, do your cleaning, and your washing. The mirrors are gone. We'd eventually get them back up, but it's an ongoing restoration process. Now, seeing that this is one of many, and then we have our berthing compartments, we'll look at them later. You'll see what it's like, how cramped it is. Just picture hundreds of people in and out of here before meals, getting up for watch, getting ready. Just another thing you have to do. Now, some of the comical things that go on here, believe it or not, does happen. But you'd have gags, and I've heard the story from many of old-time sailors, is these troughs that we're going to be seeing, okay? You see the seat and the trough, all right? Now, it works on gravity. So it's pitched up the other end, so the water comes in at the top end of the trough and flushes everything down. So it'd be constantly flushing. It's the way it was set up back then. It's changed. But the funny thing was, you'd get a comedian who'd come in here with a lighter, wad up an old freaking thing of toilet paper, light it on fire, drop it in the top of the truss, and when it come down, everybody doing their business is going to get a hot butt. Happened a lot from what I heard from a comedian. There's always one in the group, but you never know who did it, because you got like 12 people at one time screaming and yelling at people. But comedy is still comedy. We still have our adolescence as sailors, and it happens. But this would just be a common head for the crew. And there's, I think, 2 or 3 of them here on this deck alone in this area. So when you got to do your business, this is the business end of the stick. Thank you for your time. Keep looking forward to seeing more of the videos and the history and how we lived here on the ship and how we operated. And if you want to look for more information, check us out online at Battleship Cove on Facebook and on the web. And if you want to come down and help restore these spaces and that, we can do that too. Give us a call down here. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Also too, you might want to look at doing subscribing and sharing with Battleship Cove. Then there was a man in there. There's a man stuck in the toilet.